This is where we're looking at Ole Miss and one of the favorite plays that a lot of college football teams have been using over the past couple of years. Typically, they're going to be in 20 personnel. They can either full slide or they can pull a guard over here to the backside to help seal the C gap. But right here, Ole Miss full slides it. He steps up to the C gap. They always play fake right there to the running back, either coming across or right there, same side. He ends up going to the flats. You got a post right there over the top. You got some kind of a drag there, and you got another drag right there. So obviously right here they're looking for the post first. If they can get over top of that safety, take it. If not, it's basically a weak flood right there coming across, very similar to a Y cross. But right here also you have that flat dimension over there on that side. So it's one of those things that is great as far as beating man-to-man. It's also good against beating zone. But right here we'll look at a bunch of different clips and see how they end up doing it over this past year. So again right here, full slide. He's right there down with a hard play fake to go to the flats. There's your guy going post over the top. It could be some kind of a deep choice where he can go vertical on the edge. Like right there, he's just streaking down the ticks. Right here, there's a ton of space right here on that third of the field. You can see he's leaning on him, and he's sticking it right there, turning it into almost an out. So right there, he's creating some space. Corral does a great job stepping up. Real accurate ball right there against man-to-man. That's a long time and a long route to sit there man-to-man. Then he can lean on you and then stick that thing going to the out. And you can see the rest of it. You've got this guy filtering through, going to the out. The linebacker does a good job of covering him up. But again, when he covers him up, there's a lot of space there to beat that man-to-man. Here's that second in for if that one hadn't quite come open. There's another one right there that could possibly come open as well. But good throw and catch right there. And we'll take a look at a couple more clips. This clip right here against LSU, they actually pull their guard right there to help seal the C gap. Everybody else is basically full slide. He's going to be right there, backside C gap. They had motioned him out from the bunch to widen that corner. So now they'd have some spacing between those ends. And as you play it, you can see the back is coming across this time as opposed to straight downhill, going to the flats. Obviously, here's your vertical, trying to take that safety in the corner. And right here, if you watch this man, I believe this is man-to-man, you can see him peeking into the backfield. And now that creates that space right there just because he's peeking. It's taking a little bit longer for that ball to get out against man-to-man. Then Corral does a good job leading him right there into open space. And you can see all the guys that got held from that running back still occupied right there with their look. Those are just like if you're throwing that corner over the top. And a great catch right there by number 13. Again, a good way to beat man-to-man. And obviously a good way to beat zone right there as well, trying to flood that zone. But good two ball right there over the top. It lets his guy run it down. Same play right here against Indiana. You can see again, there's the guard pulling fullback's backside, faking it across, going to the flats. They actually stacked up these receivers in a pretty tight bunch right here. One guy's coming across, one guy's widening out a little bit to get that drag as well. There's the post or the go right there on the outside, depending on what the safeties are doing. Right there you can see him starting to climb across. You want to go vertical into that guy to create that space whenever you feel him on his back. So right there you got to go vertical, then you can stair step that thing and get across on that out. Good job right here again, seeing that that corner was low. This corner right here would have got into that space. You obviously have this check down right here, but he felt like he was sitting tight enough. So right there he goes to the second level with a nice strong throw, puts it on his body, and now he's got a guy in space with a lot of speed and is able to create a big play right there in the bowl game. This is a little bit different look here for Ole Miss against Indiana in the bowl game. They motion their fullback across, and they're actually full sliding their line instead of pulling their guard. And here's in the pistol, so he comes downhill on that same side that he's getting out to. So crossing right there, he's setting up with a good ball fake, getting some depth. He's checking out right there. These guys are starting their climb. And obviously this guy over here to the single, some sort of a takeoff. He may have had a deep drag as well. It might have been a totally different concept. But here you can see he's coming across. Tailbacks ended up getting out to the flats right there, and he's setting up. Everybody's getting a lot of depth, so right there, Corral does a great job of just checking it down. This is a second down and 10, so great job checking it down. Understand that you got a lot of time. You don't have to just take a shot just because it's called. Check it down and get a completion. They got a first down right there and a big play against Indiana there in the first quarter. But again, you can see just a little bit different as far as the concept. The formation was different, the action was different, the protection was different, and everybody's deep right there, so Corral just checks it down and gets it to a playmaker in space right there to get a first down. Here's looking at South Carolina. As you play, you can see the fullback comes over to the backside, full slide that direction, faking it. He's going to the flats, and obviously you've got this vertical, which is either a post or a go, depending on obviously where the safety's at. And this is a really impressive ball here from Corral. Just lets this thing ride. He knows that safety's low, and you can see all these guys are there. They got over the top of that safety. This is an amazing throw. Pushes this thing way down the field, and his guy's able to run it down. If you don't think Matt Corral's got NFL talent, this throw, you got to go make a play. Here's a look here in the bowl game. They pull their guard. There's the fullback backside. And what they end up scene right here is actually a corner fire. So this corner fired from the boundary. He's supposed to run that post or a vertical, and he sees that he's flat-footed. So he ends up just taking this thing right down the ticks and getting him an opportunity to just outrun him. And right there, Corral sees it. He says, hey, this safety is playing really flat-footed. We've got a little bit of momentum. Let's throw this thing down the ticks and see if we can run it down. Right here, they don't quite connect, but you can see I really think that this isn't just a straight post. This is one of those things where they're probably going to have some sort of a deep choice. And right there, flat-footed, I can get it on the ticks with nobody on the top of me. So that's what they decides to do. They don't quite connect on this play, but on this one you can see he wasn't running hard to the post. He kept it down the ticks just based off of what happened with that safety and that he was flat-footed. Nobody in that third of the field take a shot.